We all know that the Wardens have gone through a lot of concept designs and art, but did you know that there were over 175 different concepts? Not only do Wardens have a lot of concepts, but they also just have a lot of cool gameplay mechanics that you may have never known about that could save your life. Your Minecraft life, obviously. It's a good thing these things aren't in real life. But anyway, here are 15 secrets you never knew about the Warden. Number 2, one of the original concepts looked like this. Now keep in mind that these weren't going to be the actual colors. When adding new mobs and new models, then they test the designs first with bright colors. Show what side each side is on, I guess. Blue being the front, red being the left, green being the right, and yellow being the back. So in its true colors, it would have looked something a bit more like this. Number 3, the Warden actually had 3 concept names, being the Shade, Stalker, and Hollowed. And number 4, the Shade and the Hollowed were actually going to be 2 different mobs that would work together. But they decided that it was too complicated and too annoying, so they just combined it into one mob. Number 5, Minecraft has a lot of extra kind of series on their channel, including a series called 10 Things You Probably Didn't Know About Minecraft, which, not to be rude to Mojang, but isn't nearly as cool a video series name as 10 Secrets You Never Knew About. Yeah, just saying. Also, most of those videos, they don't actually have 10 secrets. They just kind of mess around for the last half one. Not saying anything bad to Mojang. I love your game, Mojang. And these series are always really silly. They're pretty funny. If you like funny shows and theories, I guess, for Minecraft. Anyway, but in one of these called The Secrets of Minecraft, and they refer to the Warden as Jonathan and William.
Naming someone isn't easy. Just ask my parents.
Eventually, we chose the Warden. We're not allowed to tell you why yet, so instead, we're going to have a guess.
Perhaps it's called the Warden because they meant to call it William and spelt it wrong.
That must be it.
While William settles down, let's leak some of their early designs.
Hey, wait, no, that's what I'm here to do. Number 6, the whole idea and concept of the Warden in the first place was inspired by the mystery at the end of Disc 11, the music Disc 11. You know, the really weird one that sounds kind of like this? Okay, turn it off, it's too spooky for me. Basically, there's like a shriek at the end of it, and it sounds kind of like the Warden. Or I guess like that. Number 7, if you're somehow able to kill the Warden, boom, you'll see that it drops the same amount of XP as a zombie. So after all that hard work, all you get is a sculpt catalyst and a few measly XP points. Number 8, the animations of Minecraft creatures are usually pretty simple, right? Kind of just like softly breathing. They're pretty much just basic. But you might notice that the Warden has insane animations. That's because they really focused on the Warden's animations specifically. The guy that animated the Warden, who like created the Warden, all the designs and all that, his name is Chi Wong, and he actually animated the Warden in Blender and then imported it to Minecraft. That's why the animations are so good. Blender is like the #1 animating software. All the pros use it. Now that I think about it, all of the animations for mobs lately have been pretty good. Number 9. Now you may or may not have known that when you're in spectator mode, you can click on mobs and see what they're seeing. Right now I'm spectating a breeze. Oh yeah, it moves around pretty quickly, tries to jump up stuff. Oh, and it just died. But anyway, if you do this on a Warden, it's just normal. But the Warden, as you know, is blind. Like, it doesn't have any eyes. So how can it see? You may just be thinking, I guess the developers just didn't think of that. But if you spectate a creeper, then boom, look, it's all green and pixelated, which is cool. If you spectate a spider, then it has a whole bunch of eyes. And if you spectate an Enderman, everything is inverted. So it really wouldn't have been that hard to just make it so then all you see is black when you're the Warden. But I guess that means it's not really blind, is it? Now, if you manage to run away from a Warden, which is gonna be pretty hard for me to do. Oh gosh, especially since I'm summoning new ones. Anyway, if you start being quiet, the Warden will try to sniff you since it can't hear you anymore. And it can sniff players. Oh yeah, see, it's kind of coming for me. It can sniff players in a 49 by 51 by 49 block radius. So it's like it's a big cube, but it's slightly taller than it is wide. Oh gosh, that is straight out of a horror movie. Anyway, I guess this is a good time to mention how the angry parameter works. See, it's getting more angry, and I hit it and boom, it is super angry at me. So actually how this mechanic works is, let's see if I can read this off while I'm getting chased by it. Let me look at my notes. Every time that a vibration is added, so like you can hear me, right? I am being pretty loud on it. Then it adds plus 35 to its angry meter. If I shoot a projectile kind of towards it and it can hear it, then that adds plus 10. It loses 1 anger every second. Every second that you're touching the Warden, it gets 35 more anger. It gains 35 every time it sniffs you. And if you hurt it, it adds 100. If it gets above 80, it starts chasing you, like running after you. As the it's doing right now. It's very angry at me. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's see the next secret. If you're shooting projectiles at it though, you can only do it every 5 seconds. Otherwise, it just counts it as a normal vibration and gets really angry. So if you're shooting your bow or shooting a snowball or whatever to distract the warden, make sure to do it slowly. Number 13. Now you may notice the warden does not spawn like other mobs. It spawns from a skull shrieker, obviously. So that means if you were to either put like a torch next to it or like dig all the way up to the sun, and basically it was very bright, the warden could still actually spawn there. It doesn't matter the light level. This is really rare for a mob to have. Number 14. Now you may be really worried. If you're doing an all advancement run and your last mob is the warden, you're gonna be pretty scared, right? I would be very nervous. But you don't need to worry because the warden doesn't actually count for the monsters hunted advancement. This is advancement right here. That's because the warden was never meant to be hunted. It was kind of meant to be, if you guys have played Terraria, like the Skeletrox guardian thing. If you haven't defeated Skeletrox and you're trying to go into the dungeon, then a big skeleton skull flies out at you, and it has 999 health, infinite resistance, so all your attacks only deal 1 damage, and you're not supposed to beat it. If you do, you get a cute little pet. But anyway, this isn't a Terraria secrets video. This is a Minecraft secrets video, which reminds me, we have 1 left. So you may have noticed the warden isn't chasing me anymore. That's because I went for 1 minute without it getting angry at me, and it dug back into the ground. The secret is if it is in water or lava, because it is fire immune, and it's not on any blocks or anything, then it actually doesn't do the digging animation. It'll just despawn. Oh, it was on some blocks there. Dang it. I need to put it in a pool. Uh-oh. How am I gonna fill this pool? Well, you guys may not know, but I think it's my most viewed video. No, my second most viewed video ever. It's called How to Fill a Pool in Minecraft. It's kind of one of my earliest videos, you know. It's a bit clunky, but, you know, it's pretty good. You just fill up a kind of floor like this, and then you break it. Let's try to get this video more popular than that one, though. So make sure to share it with anyone you think would enjoy this video. Put it in a pool.
A few minutes later.
Oh, hey look, that happened. I was checking my text and kind of just messing around with this spyglass, and yeah, just despawned without any animation. And those were 15 secrets you probably didn't know about the warden.